Welcome to Build, Grow, Profit, where you hear from entrepreneurs why they built their business, what they did to grow it, and how they profit. Hello and welcome to the show. I am your host, Cassie Parks, and I am super excited to introduce you to my guest today. Yes, guests, because they are a couple who does small business. They do their business together. They are small business coaches. They have authored 8 best-selling books, which is amazing. I love meeting people who have as many books as I do. And they hold small business breakthrough boot camps like several times a year, and they've done almost 400 episodes of their podcast, the Marketing Checklist Viewcast. Their focus is on marketing, sales, public speaking, and human resources, which are the 4 areas that most business owners say they struggle with. So I am super excited. Please welcome Sharyn and Hank Yuloff to the show. Yay!
And the crowd goes wild. Yay!
Yay! Welcome.
No, but I always picture like the Colbert Show. You know that there's the studio audience. There's 2,000 people in the room.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. So tell us who you guys are and what you do in your words.
We are Sharyn and Hank Yuloff. About 13 years ago, my business was a one of those companies that puts logos on stuff, and did some business coaching as a side to show my clients how to use the stuff I was selling them. It's like, you're selling us trade show giveaways, but how do we actually use them? And one of my clients needed help with human resources and back office systems. So I dragged her away from her. That was entertainment, but before that, I had tried to get her from a financial services company, and said, "Why don't we try this with this one client?" And it worked really well, and we've never gone back. What we did was just expand into being business coaches, because we can do it together as opposed to just putting logos on stuff and selling them.
That's amazing. I love that story. So it kind of just happened, right?
Well, it was strategic.
Yes.
Right. When Hank started the promotional products company, he always assumed and planned on it growing into marketing coaching and marketing services. But with me being able to add HR and office management and those kind of skills, we could go from just marketing to marketing, sales, human resources, office systems, that whole breadth of services.
I love that. And Hank, you had planned on doing promotional systems, and then like you planned on becoming a marketing coach. That is the lead in.
When the company started, in thinking of the name for that company, it was with that in mind, that it would eventually it would leverage into it, because the honest to God truth, you can only sell so many things with a logo on it and say, yeah, I can fit your logo on that. It's not as mentally challenging as, here are the 27 different ways you can use that to promote your business. Let me train your people how to use it, and work backwards from that. See, because when in college, I actually have a degree, advertising, public relations, and economics. And my first job was working for my school newspaper. And I realized that I'm 20 years old, and these people that have their life investment in this business are trusting me to help them. I best dial my game up. So from that point on, after college, working for a direct mail company, and then sales manager for a promo company, and then starting this, that's always been the goal, is to help those small business owners uh, who just need a hand up. The big companies, they can all hire their own marketing people, but it's the small business owners who are really good at what they do, but they were never taught how to market what they do. So
Yeah.
that's our goal. We want to be the easy button for our clients.
I love it. So tell us, what's been the number one key to growing your business?
What do you think?
For us, it's being able to speak in public. That's the biggest, the easiest for us. I mean, referrals, of course, those are great and helpful, but that's a little more out of our control than being able to speak either on Zoom or at an actual location. People get to know who we are and what we're like. Who we are on stage is very much who we are off stage.
Yeah, there is no difference. When we were designing our coaching program, we had been in 3 different coaching programs. So we took the things we liked, but all of the things we didn't like, they kind of disappeared.
Or got changed somehow.
Yeah. We designed the coaching program we wish we could have found for ourselves. Most coaching programs, they'll say you get X amount of coaching calls in your time. And in our group coaching program, there are 3 private coaching calls, but we don't watch the clock on that. 2 weeks ago, one of our clients sent us an email over the weekend. I said, get her on the phone.
She was having a meltdown.
Yeah,
we talked her off the ledge. It just feels wrong. Look, we know coaches that would be like, it's a Sunday. I'm not working on the Sunday. Too bad. But for us, it just felt wrong to leave her when we knew she was. It'd be one thing if we didn't know she was on the ledge. But since we knew she was on the ledge, it just felt wrong to just leave her there. Just call her and let's talk her off the ledge. It doesn't need to wait till tomorrow.
And so it didn't count as one of her calls because it was just, look, we want to be the go-to. We truly want to be their coach, and we want to be their coach for more than the 1 year, because we work in 1-year contracts, and it just seems to work that way. We like what we do, so we might as well do more of it.
I love that. And you had a very an awesome answer that I loved. That part of the reason why you built what you built is that if you help enough small business owners to be able to hire one person, you believe that we can rebuild the middle class. So tell us about that mission and how that plays into what you do.
It's very much what you read, what we wrote, and it doesn't mean that they have to hire them on as an employee. Having outsource is fine as well, but if they can grow enough that they are confident and comfortable in delegating and helping another person have a job, whether that's a 1099 or W-2, doesn't matter really. That's just a tax status, but it's still the same money and it's still a job. Then I think we can collectively rebuild the middle class, regardless of what happens in DC. Like, it's just not relevant.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. And so tell us the key to being profitable in your business.
Oh, bring in more than you spend. I mean, come on. Come on, that's an easy one.
Be mindful of what are you investing in, and is it bringing you back at least 3 or 4 times the ROI of what you invested? Because if it's not, then it's the wrong investment, whatever marketing tactic you chose.
Oh, we see people, yes, the ad cost me $100, but I brought $100 in. It's like, well, wait a second. You had cost of goods sold, you had the cost of the ad, you deserve to make profit. So at least 4 times anything that you invest should come back. And you have, and interestingly enough, budgeting does work.
As painful as it is.
And the question we always get when we bring that up in our small business breakthrough bootcamp, we have a section we talk about budgeting, and it's, well, how much should you budget for marketing? Well, rule of thumb, roughly, somewhere between 9 and 12% for established businesses. New businesses, about 20% of your expected revenue. We had, as an example, we've had a couple of ideas for new parts of our business. One, we thought of starting our own publishing company. Great idea. Oh dear God. Man, long story short, we didn't. But in looking at the budget that we were budgeting out, the first year, 25% of that part of the budget, because to get started, you have to be known well.
And sometimes your marketing budget is time. It's not even dollars,
Yeah.
right? So if you're looking at, for example, social media or being on a podcast, right? Those things aren't costing you dollars, but they are a time investment. So make sure that you're investing that time as well.
Wouldn't you like to start your own publishing company, Cassie? I saw you smile there.
That's because I know about the numbers on it.
I'll just give you the whole package. I'll just give you the business plan. We thought we would work with first-time business authors. We had a niche, first-time business authors. We had about 100 different topics. And since the name of our publishing company is Naked Book Publishing, business stripped to the basics. So if you wanted some information on sales, okay, you pull the sales book off. Or if you wanted some information on HR, you take the HR book off the shelf. Or contracts, they're all about 100 pages or so. Yeah,
that's a lot of work.
Working with first-time authors is a pain, and it's expensive. And we didn't want to be the editor, but we had other ideas. We would do in-person events where 4 or 5 of those authors would be on stage teaching, and it's a cool idea.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
and
it takes us away from our niche. We are small business coaches, not So one of our friends, his name's Adam Ace, and he had us lay this all out for me. He said, I appreciate that you're an entrepreneur, Hank. I really do. But just because you have an idea for a business doesn't mean that you have to be the one that starts it. Truth hurts. So, ouch. So, yeah. So we got the idea, Cassie. If you'd like it,
I have had very similar ideas, and I probably haven't done as much research on the numbers as you. However, I know for me it doesn't work out, and again, the time, right? And so I think that's such an important concept, is that just because we're really good at coming up with that business, we have to make sure it fits inside our business. I have personally let so many amazing ideas go, or so many things that sounded fun, and I could come up with all the plans for all of it, right? But it was like, nope, that's gonna take me away from the number one thing I'm doing, and B, the time, the payoff, when I looked at the numbers, it didn't work out.
Maybe we should co-author a book, Business Ideas We Didn't Have the Time to Do.
Yes.
And
here you go.
We had the time, we just didn't make the time to do it.
We'll reach out to some other people. I bet there's all sorts of ideas that people do. We also have an idea for promoting nonprofits that didn't work either. Evidently, nonprofits didn't.
We had never mind.
All they had to do was send out emails that we wrote for them to their list.
They wouldn't even do that. Yes, I want to do it. Okay, here's the email. Did you ever send it? No.
Nope.
Yeah, another important lesson, right?
Yeah, we were going to be able to do all the fulfillment for them.
It was just had to send the email.
You can't. Okay, look. How do you be profitable, Cassie? You can't want it more for them than they want it for themselves.
Yes, that is such a good one.
Every entrepreneur, you are all responsible when it comes down to it for your own success. You are responsible for your own hard work. We are here to help. We will hold your hand. We will hold you accountable. We will give you ideas. We'll give you, a gentle shove in the right direction. Yep. But when it comes down to it,
we're not doing the work for you.
We're all responsible for our own business.
For sure.
Absolutely. I love it. So tell us, what's your favorite thing about your business?
Oh, right here.
That we get to work together.
Are you kidding? We don't have the, hey babe, how's your day today? We don't have to have that conversation anymore. It used to was, Sharyn would come home from work and we'd, how is yours? How is yours? Now, I just hear the number of times she swears on the other side of the room, and I have an idea how her day is going, and she the same for me. If we need a day off, neither of it, we just ask our
each other.
boss. It's great. We do 90-something% of our speaking gigs are together. It's awesome.
I would say the second best is to see those light bulb moments go off for our clients. That would be the second best thing. That aha, I could do that.
Yeah, we do every Monday afternoon is mastermind call. Every client is invited. We start it at noon Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern. And in order of those that pop onto the call, what question do you have? What questions do you have? What questions do you have? And we go all the way around the room, and we're there till they're done. And even those people that pop on that say, I don't have a question today, I'm here to listen. And sometimes they've gotten the pattern. I'm here to see what other roadblocks people are putting in their way, so I don't put them in mine.
We do encourage them, even if you don't have a question, come on, you just never know. Someone could ask a question that you didn't even think to ask. You have an aha moment. That happens. We get people who say, I don't have a question, I'm just here to listen. And then when we go around again the final time, they're like, a question came up. Cindy said this, you said this. How do you think that would work for me, as an example?
Yeah, absolutely. I love group coaching. Amazing. So I want to just circle back that you guys reminded me of a question that I wanted to ask. So, one of the keys you said is getting in front of audiences and speaking. And so what's your key to getting in front of audiences and speaking? Obviously you create your own boot camps. Are you getting on other people's stages, or is it just yours?
Oh no, definitely other people's stages. Yeah. Borrow their audience. Absolutely.
Yeah, borrow their audience and bring value.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Most of the time for us, it's Chambers of Commerce or SCORE. For those that don't know what SCORE is, it's Service Corps of Retired Executives, except that isn't really it. They're not really retired anymore. I mean, some of them are, but some of them aren't.
We just spoke at an event. It's wild. If you are open to the universe bringing you ideas, it seems to do that. I'm brand new on the board of directors for a nonprofit. Went to my first board meeting for that organization. Guy sat down next to me, another board member. I had met him, briefly at a chamber event,
tangentially.
Yeah. Hi, how are you? And he showed me a postcard. Hey, my event, I did this once last year. I'm doing an event, is coming up. His target audience as a coach is those people that are looking to start a business, so he takes them to the starting line and then says, go forth and prosper. It's like, wait a minute, that's when we want them. So we spoke at his event, and it was you have those days, like every person you talk to was motivating us as much as we were motivating them. So yeah, we look for other events to speak at. And
now he's a great referral partner.
Oh, can't wait. Those folks that we meet on SCORE webinars that they have the idea for the business, he will hold their hand and get them to the starting line. And it's not that we don't do that segment, but it's not our core.
Amazing. I love it. Any other advice that you want to make sure to share for entrepreneurs, either starting out or maybe in the middle and they feel stuck?
Okay, tell you what, if you're stuck, you can send us an email and tell us you were listening to Cassie Parks' show. Also, you have to listen to one other show. If you listen to 2 of our shows, then we will send you this book, Your Guide for Overwhelmed and Overthinking Entrepreneurs. But you have to mention you're a fan of Cassie's, You have to do like a book report on another one of her podcasts.
What's the email? You want
info
them to send?
at Yuloff Creative. Like,
.com.
see, Yuloff Creative.
She has it.
It's on the shirt. But remember, you have to watch another episode. You can't have just found this one by happenstance. That's the thing.
Awesome.
Sometimes they're stuck because they're afraid to say yes to themselves. Sometimes they're stuck just because they've not done it before. Sometimes they're stuck.
I think they're stuck for no good reason. It seems like a good reason. Like one of the questions that we often get is, well, I can't get my first client because I don't have a website yet. So I need my website built. No. Go get your first clients, get some income in, and then put a portion aside to build your website. Yes, you need a website, but you do not need a website to get your first client.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just fear, false evidence appearing real. It truly is real. And tell you what, fear is that you can even get a half hour with us. Go to howtogetttherefaster.com and we'll give you time and get you on stuff. So
awesome.
there.
Cool.
So there's a couple of ways. And one more, give yourself some grace. Sometimes you're just putting so much pressure on yourself. And I get it. You want to succeed and you want to succeed now. Sometimes you really do have to just, look at where you started. Look at how far you have come so far. And give yourself a little credit.
Awesome.
Stop listening to those voices in your head that say, rah, 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 rah.
Be your own best friend, not your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Love it. Amazing. Thank you too for taking time out of your day today and hanging out with us. I really appreciate it.
Gladly.
Always.
Thank you for the invitation.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. And thank you all for listening. Make sure to follow up, do your book report, get your book, all of that fun stuff. And come back next time to hear another entrepreneur's story of how they've built, grown, and are profiting in their business. Thank you for being here. Join our community to attend live recordings, access free training, and connect with other entrepreneurs by going to buildgrowprofitgroup.com. That's buildgrowprofitgroup.com. Register for a free account and then request to join our group. We're excited to connect with you at buildgrowprofitgroup.com.